We've got outright winners. We've got Draftkings Darlings, players that can trip you up, and more. Welcome, everyone, to the Cut Line. I am your host, Andy Lang. We're going over the Travelers Championship this week. Going to be abbreviated show. Jan is off this week. So, as always, we start with Tales from the Courtesy Tent. These are the worst shots of the week from last week. And we had some doozies. We had some real good ones. We first got to start with Patrick Reed, who looked like he got off to a good start and coming out of the rough, and that is right off the hosel, dead left, right into the rough. So Patrick Reed, that was the beginning of the end of his round. Up next, we got a nice picture of Cam Young, just a bit outside the fairway here. Anytime you have to hit off of near a road, you're probably not in good position. So that was Cam Young. And then maybe this is why Jan took off this week. His boy Matthew Fitzpatrick tried to walk in a putt and lips out. He's even laughing. His playing partners were laughing at him. So Matthew Fitzpatrick, he's like, I made it. So Matthew Fitzpatrick, one of the worst shots of the week. So congratulations to everyone that was on. Wyndham Clark, that's going to be a controversial win. He takes advantage of the easy conditions and coasts to a finish, but no matter what, we just have to accept we live in a world where Wyndham Clark is a multiple-time major winner. It's pretty unbelievable. So not a major this week, but we got an elevated event, no cut, and we are at TPC River Highlands. It's a short course, par 70, just under 6,900 yards. Fairways are going to be pretty wide, but it is not about length at this course. You have to be accurate off the tee. You have to give yourself a good second shot. This is not a course that you can overpower. There are a few drivable par fours, a few, maybe like one or two, but there's water on some of these holes, and especially down kind of towards the end. So you can have some pretty good drama late in the round on Sunday. So you're going to see some low scores, and then you're going to see some guys struggle. It's going to be a very spread out field because there's a lot of really, really good birdie opportunities. But if you're off a little bit, there's a lot of water that can trip you up, and there's also some greens that aren't the easiest in the world to win. I think the winner is going to go low, but don't be surprised if there's a massive gap between who's in last and who's in first here at TPC River Highlands. All right, we move to one and done. Last week, I picked Rory McIlroy, and I got McIlroy. He was not very good, but holy cow, did that tripped up over half of the people in our one and done league had a guy that missed the cut last week. So it was a bloodbath. So I would have liked to get more out of Rory, but we move on to this week where I'm going to use my Patrick Cantlay start. I can't ignore how good he is at this course. 9th, 5th, and 9th the last 3 years here. He missed the cut last week, but he had a bunch of top 15 finishes this season. His putting has been the weakness, but he seems to really know this course and know these greens well. So I haven't used a Patrick Cantlay yet this year, and looking at the courses coming up, I think this is probably our best chance to get a win out of him. So Patrick Cantlay is going to be my one and done. All right, we move on to total strokes gained. We're going to take a look at, I'm going to lower this to the last 3 months here. You got the usual suspects here, Scheffler, Obear, and Fitzpatrick, but give Wyndham Clark credit. He was not off to a great start this year, and these total strokes gained are great. Plus 2.06, he's getting it done with the putter. Only thing that his weakness is just accuracy off the tee. That I do worry about him this week, though. Like, coming off a major win, he's not that accurate off the tee. I could see a little bit of a letdown spot. He did not make my players that can trip you up, but we also got a shout out to Sam Burns, who continues to play well, and unbelievable. We got both Fitzpatricks here up at the top. So other than that, you got your usual suspects. I would say Gary Woodland continuing to play well has been a pleasant surprise. So those are your total. I guess we can scroll to the bottom. Who's been horrible? Brian Campbell. I don't know why. Oh boy, Nico Echevarria has been playing awful. Corey Connors has been bad. This one is confusing. Sepp Straka, what a fall off for Sepp Straka. Ricky Fowler's completely fallen apart. He's missed the cut in 3 straight weeks after a bunch of top 10 finishes. So All right, that's your total strokes gained. We move to players that can trip you up. It was looking so good for me. I had Cameron Young as a high-end player that I thought could trip you up. He wasn't that good. Ludwig Aubert continues to disappoint. And then my last one was Wyndham Clark, who ended up winning the whole thing. I did not know he was going to get the best weather. So we move on to 3 players that I think people are going to be betting on, and I just think they're way overpriced. We'll start with Chris Gotterup. I just don't think his game fits very well here. He depends on his length off the tee, but he's not that accurate. 61st 2 years ago here. I think this is just a really bad course setup. He's priced as a top 15 golfer. I don't think he finishes inside the top 20. It's just, this is kind of the opposite of what I would picture a Chris Gotterup course looking like. I'm going to go back to fading Ludwig Aubert. He just continues to not play up to the price and the expectations. 17th, 39th, and 17th. The last 3 tourneys, the betting lines keep putting him as a top 5 guy. And on top of that, he has not played well here. 24th, 27th, 36th. This distance does not help him on this short course. So Ludwig Aubert, I think, continues to be overvalued in the betting markets. And Cameron Young, going back to Cameron Young, he did not play well last week. I was 43rd at the U.S. Open, 46th the previous tournament. Is there a chance he peaked earlier in the season? His putter has gone absolutely ice cold. Last 2 tournaments, minus 0.74 total strokes gained, and he's not been that accurate off the tee. So I'm going to double up on Ludwig Aubert and Cameron Young 2 weeks in a row, but we'll slide Chris Gotterup in there as 3 players that I think can trip you up. Move on to top 10 or missed cut. It's a player that's got really, really low floor and really, really high ceiling. Last week, we talked about Bryson DeChambeau, and sure enough, he missed the cut again. And I'm going to go with Victor Hovland this week. You never know what you're going to get from this guy. Missed cut and third the last 2 tournaments that he's played in. Is he healthy? We don't know. Is his short game going to be a disaster? We don't know. So nothing would surprise me with this guy. He's like the weekly top 10 or missed cut guy. So there's no cut, but nothing would surprise me. If he finishes over par, down near the bottom of the leaderboard, wouldn't surprise me. If he's finishing top 5, wouldn't be surprised again. Moving on to head-to-heads, there's some really good head-to-heads this week. Matt Fitzpatrick over Cameron Young. Fitzpatrick is 3-0 head-to-head against Cameron Young. We talked about Cameron Young's struggles putting. Matthew Fitzpatrick is kind of the opposite. He's been playing really well. So I know it's weird to show Matthew Fitzpatrick screwing up a putt, but the fact is he's just playing a lot better than Cameron Young is right now. And then Robert McIntyre over Minwoo Lee. Minwoo Lee, 2 straight missed cuts, and he finished 63rd here last year. Meanwhile, McIntyre really likes this place. Top 20, 2 straight years here, which kind of doesn't make any sense because I wouldn't really think of this course as a McIntyre course. But the last 30 days, Minwoo Lee is minus 1.16 strokes gained. McIntyre's plus 0.74. And they were at the same tee time last week at the U.S. Open. So we can't say McIntyre got the better tee time and Minwoo was just unlucky. I mean, these numbers are screaming that Minwoo Lee is a fade coming into this week. Top finishers. This is top 10s, top 20s, top 40s that we may have. I had John Rahm, top 10, Patrick Cantlay, top 20 last week. Neither of those even close at plus money. So take 0 for 2. I'll go to Justin Thomas, top 20, including ties at minus 110. He's got 5 straight top 20 finishes and 3 straight top 10 finishes at this tourney. Last 30 days, 10th best total strokes gained. So Justin Thomas has been playing well. And we'll go a little bit lower. Denny McCarthy, top 40 at plus 106. His weakness is distance off the tee, but it shouldn't matter here. And he likes playing here. 12th, 31st, and 7th the last 3 years. So JT, top 20, including ties. Denny McCarthy, top 40, no including ties on that one at plus 106. Outright winners. We talked about Xander Schauffele last week. He finished 11th. Once again, just this slew of top 12 finishes at U.S. Open continues. I will use Patrick Cantlay in this one. He's 27-1. I went over how much he loves playing here, and I was really surprised to see 27-1. I mean, when you're finishing 9th, 5th, and 9th at the same tournament, then 27-1 seems pretty generous. I will also throw in Alex Fitzpatrick at 60-1. 6th best total strokes gained the last 3 months. 4th most accurate off the tee, which is a big stat for me this week. So Alex Fitzpatrick and Patrick Cantlay, numbers that I think are pretty generous here. We're going to wrap things up with DraftKings Darling. If you guys please hit the like button, drop a comment below. I always love seeing what you guys are betting on. I love reading the comments and just seeing what you guys are betting prop wise or outright winners or anything. So drop that in the comments below. If you're watching this on Tuesday, it's $5 Tuesday. We've got multiple plays up, including a $5 play that goes off on Wednesday in the World Cup. That's good until midnight, and then it goes to $25. We've also got a $5 play in cricket. This is a smash spot. Jan and our cricket department loves this play. That starts on Thursday. So if you want to lock both those in, $5 each over at WagerTalk.com. If you're watching this on Wednesday, we've got tons of specials. You can get the buy 3 days, get 3 days free for only $69. Really big discount on that. Then we've got our $3.99 special until football season. You get all plays across all sports up until football season. So you want to partner up. We get your World Cup, MLB, WNBA, cricket, rugby, tennis, anything. We got a big tennis tournament coming up as well. So looking forward to a big summer to build those bankrolls up before the fall. Okay, we move to DraftKings Darlings. Even though we had two guys in our lineup missed the cut, we absolutely crushed. I think I was in 6 or 7 tournaments and cashed in. Yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8. 8 tournaments we cashed in all, but 2 straight guys missing the cut. I think Patrick Reed and John Rahm kind of killed everyone last week. So Sam Burns was the big one that we had in the lineup that got us a lot of points. So we'll move to DraftKings Darlings this week, and I'll start with Taylor Pendrith at only 6,400. Good course history here. 25th and 23rd the last 2 years here. He's got 6 straight made cuts. You look at his stats, there's nothing amazing, but there's just no gigantic red flags. He's just safe. He's just well-priced. He's just, he's the vanilla ice cream of DraftKings Darlings this week. So Ryan Fox is only 6,600. He played great here last year, 17th. And the last 3 tournaments, he's really starting to play well, 23rd, 8th, and 27th. I like what I'm seeing from Ryan Fox. And the other nice thing about this, you're guaranteed you're getting all the rounds from these guys as long as they don't withdraw. So you don't have to worry about one bad round at the beginning and these guys miss the cut. Got to go with Gary Woodland at 7,600. 7th, 36th, and 6th the last 3 events. He's just having an incredible season following the brain surgery. So I did not expect that we would see this kind of resurgence from Gary Woodland. But the only weak spot he's got in his game right now in the stats is around the green, but it has not slowed him up at all. So Gary Woodland at 7,600. Full lineup is on the free article at WagerTalk.com. Just go to WagerTalk.com, click on the news button. It's in the top right section of the website, and you'll see articles there. I've got articles for UFC. We'll have NASCAR. There's a bare knuckle fighting championship event this weekend that I did not get media credentials for. I applied for media credentials, and I got denied. I'm going to pull some strings around here. So, all right, that's going to do it for us. Thank you very much, guys, for watching. Again, like and subscribe. But good luck on your bets, and we'll see you over next week on the Cut Line.